Hi guys, a very good afternoon. Masquerasi. Welcome to Africa and Beyond the Television Network. Let us take a look onto this report by Newsday Zimbabwe. They say the crisis in CCC Zimbabwe deepened after self-proclaimed Interim Secretary General Sengezo Tshabangu threatened to recall more legislators and councillors that comply with opposition party leader Nelson Chamisa's directive to disengage from parliament and local authorities. This is the problem which we have. So you understand that in each and every movement there is a leader who is there. Anybody who goes against the leader, when the leader is lawfully discharging his duties, that person cannot be trusted. So if you take a look on this whole thing, in my view, this whole crisis, there is somebody who is behind what is happening. Go to Douglas Monzor in the past. This is how exactly it started with Mashavira. Monzora was attending court cases each and every day together with others, with Triple C leaders. But he was the man behind everything. So this is the same scenario right now. Tshabangu is actually working on something and is threatening everybody, recalling MPs, recalling councillors, and he has recalled, including President Nelson Chamisa from the party. He has clearly indicated that President Nelson Chamisa is not the president. To what benefit? Because if these people were relevant, they would have gone to form another political organization, not to wait for Nelson Chamisa to form Triple C. After forming Triple C, working so hard to campaign across Zimbabwe, doing what he can to make sure that we succeed under difficult circumstances, then somebody pops up and says, I'm in charge. So there is this picture which is right over here on the screen, Team Zimbabwe. I do not know kuti munofungei about this person. Other people are saying this is George Charamba with Tshabangu. This is what other people are saying. I'm not sure what you think about this. Is there a possibility that this is Tshabangu? I do not know. So if you take a closer look onto him, it looks like he is. But I don't know kuti vamwe mune muchizvionawo sei. Others are saying haaziri, others are saying ndiye. So who is behind all these recalls? Soon after the elections, Triple C leader indicated that what was happening was wrong. He indicated that the elections were rigged. He indicated that the elections were stolen and the results could not be traced. Then certain quarters from the ZANU-PF camp started to threaten him, saying, Itamanya witino kudzinga. There are so many threats which were sent on social media. Then later on, you hear about Tshabangu. You hear about the other factions which are emerging within Triple C. And start to ask questions. Are these people fighting for personal interests? What personal interest goes beyond national interest? I find it difficult to understand. Because in this case, personally, If I'm not elected, if I'm not given a position, I must understand that the goal is not to elevate President Chamisa. The goal is to liberate Zimbabwe from ZANU-PF. Who is the person with capacity to liberate or to remove ZANU-PF? It's Nelson Chamisa. So let us rally behind Nelson Chamisa, put our differences aside, remove ZANU-PF, bring back democracy. Then if you feel that you're better than him, you form your own political organization and you contest him from the opposition benches. And if people love you more, then they'll vote for you. But I will explain the reason behind all these things. Nelson Chamisa is one of the people who are calling for a united front. To those who are saying Nelson Chamisa has failed to unite the opposition, Nelson Chamisa has been calling for a united front. But there are certain comrades within the CCC who do not want a united front because they feel if we have a united front, then our positions will be taken, our positions will be given to other people. You will be likely going to see somebody else being appointed minister or whatever. They are readily giving themselves positions and seats. While as Zimbabweans, we are putting our lives on the line to fight for change. And as the people of Zimbabwe who are being victimized, we will not even go near the seat of power. We will not even enjoy being in the executive or being part of the government. What we need to benefit from is the economic growth, the health service delivery, the education service delivery, jobs being created, industry being resuscitated, the mining industry being revived. All those are the things we are looking forward to have. But there are comrades who are looking forward to have seats, to have positions. I have seen a certain argument, someone saying safe seats were supposed to be created for these comrades. What kind of nonsense is that? How do we create safe seats for some people who can be vice presidents, who can be ministers, even if they don't have portfolios? Personally, I said it before the elections and I said, if I was the MPs who are above 40 years, I said this, I would opt out to be part of the Senate. That is what I said. I clearly indicated that. I would opt to be part of the Senate so that we allow fresh blood to be in parliament, fresh ideas to be in parliament. You cannot be an MP since 2000. And 23 years later, you still want to be an MP. You can't even upgrade yourself to become a senator. It can't be. When are you going to give others an opportunity to fight for democracy within parliament? When are you going to nurture young politicians? Let them grow. I'm happy that there are some comrades who were nurtured in the 8th and the 9th parliament. Though the same comrades are now nurturing other young comrades in the 10th parliament. And in the 11th parliament, we need to have more new faces being nurtured by some comrades who are already there right now. That is how leadership should work. So this gives us this question. For how long have these people been working together? Because you cannot start to work together right now. You can't. You cannot. Sometimes, as party supporters, we believe that unity should prevail. not for the sake of your personal interest, but for the sake of the people. When you are a leader, you have to put people on the forefront. Everything you do, put people ahead. Think about the people who are suffering in the villages. Think about the little wealth they have, which is facing drought right now, and there is no response from the government. Think about the children who are learning under trees right now in the villages. Think about pregnant women who are failing to access basic medical care. Think about the elderly. Think about the cancer patients. Before you are used by anybody. You know, I expected to see the leadership of CCC clearly condemning the Tshabangu. But some are choosing to play around, play victim cards. I was disenfranchised, Ndakadi. You were disenfranchised, Kupi. President Nelson Chamisa has not been in parliament for the past 5 years. He is not in parliament right now because he does have the future in his mind. But you're still backward. You're still thinking about yourself. You still think that without you, the country cannot move forward. You still think without you, things cannot be done. That is a very, very, very bad mentality. You know what? There are so many companies, for example, which are surviving without the other people who thought that they were invincible and the company won't be moving forward without them. So I believe that the Chindini mentality should end. This is not the right time for that mentality. As Zimbabweans, we need change. As Zimbabweans, we need to have a prosperous Zimbabwe. But when we have all these things happening, then it becomes a problem. Then it becomes something very difficult. So Team Zimbabwe, I do not know. Who is this person in this picture with George Charamba? If this is Tshabangu, then we are in trouble. Because this would be a clear indication kuti muridzi wechidhoma ndiani. Then for the comrades who are actually fighting for positions, who are disgruntled because they didn't make it to parliament, remember that you had your own opportunity when you were in parliament. We embraced you. There are certain people you competed with, you contested with, who failed to be in parliament. So you are not the first one to be out. If I'm loyal to the party, whether I'm defeated, whether I have lost a seat, whether I'm not in any leadership position, I must be loyal to the party. If I love the people, if I love the party, I must know that power squabbles are far, 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 far inferior to the cause. We need a united Zimbabwe. We need a functional Zimbabwe. And this is embarrassing to actually hear. So you would understand that ZANU-PF is so scared, and they are actually fighting everybody. Why? It's because Tshabangu is their handbag, and they've put their dirty linen into that handbag. Right now, it's now causing troubles and problems everywhere. That cannot be doubted. But my question is, how can we have grown-up leaders scrambling for positions as if they are puppies. That is so wrong. That does not give a moral standing, moral uprightness. How can you be trusted in the future? How can you be somebody who is not tolerant, who can't even accept, you are better than me? You always say, kana ndisirini, then no one else. That is so wrong. That is the reason why you have seen the opposition splitting since 2005, the 2008 loss. It was also orchestrated by the splits. Then in 2018, they came back. Vaona kuti zvaramba for all those years. Vaona zvaramba. Then they come back and say, no, takakanganisa, tadzoka, let us unite and have a united front. Vadzoka, you are accepted into the fold. Then you do the nonsense again and again. So this is something which needs to end right now, because history will judge some comrades. Yes, ZANU-PF is already condemned. ZANU-PF, Yava do or die. That is the reason why they are doing whatever they are doing, disregarding the constitution, because they know, could he do or die? What about those associating and aiding ZANU-PF? Are you not even ashamed? Are you not even ashamed to call yourself a leader when all these things are happening? Under your watch, there are some kids who are struggling. About that, the people of Zimbabwe are struggling and you don't even care. That is so embarrassing, Team Zimbabwe. That is so embarrassing. I have never